And we're back with War of the Crows, a Blade in the Dark campaign, episode 14. I am your game master. I'm joined here by my esteemed players who are planning an assassination.
Oh yeah, shit.
Top work for smugglers.
Yeah, we totally are. I know a lot about the plan.
We're
Smuggling him to the afterlife.
Friedrich,
took
take
my
us
line,
away.
goddammit.
Take us away, Friedrich, with all the plans.
Well, it's very complex. I don't know if I could explain it to you in just a few minutes. It's a long one. Maybe I'll prepare a presentation.
Yeah, luckily you can read off the teleprompter right here. Sort of the opening crawl. But essentially the crew is...
done. The time is on to make someone disappear. The crew are planning to remove Ambassador Basran from Duskfall permanently. As one of the pillars of power for the Red Sashes, his position at the Iuvian consulate allows him to feed funds into the Red Sashes. The crew have acquired the help of the Lampblacks to counteract the heavy patrols in White Crown. They have also secured information regarding typical security measures in houses such as the Ambassador's.
Exactly. So the gathering information... Oh, go on.
So most important, we're rolling +4 on an engagement roll, right? Right, Dan?
Well, that's... that remains to be seen.
We're debating between 1 or 2, if even that.
So you have...
Which would be our best engagement roll yet.
Mm-hmm. So you have rolled for gathering information.
Yep.
You found out a lot of detail about the nature of typical Sparkcraft defenses in these kind of houses. And I think that was it, right? And then you convinced the blacks to help you distract, make a distraction, which is good for White Crown because of the heavy blue coat patrols. Which is normally going to give you a -2 for the engagement roll. So we're saying that the Lampblacks will cancel this out.
Very lucky. Yeah, we managed to sweet talk Bazo Baz into giving us a little group of thugs, basically. So we've just sent them out to cause a ruckus and take away the blue coat attention while we work.
Yeah, by far our best gathering information stage ever, almost scuppered completely by the rules we were not aware of yet.
Exactly. It's baby Mikey.
JB hash.
For those who are just listening, son of Saffron has taken over.
Sending code into our group DMs.
Corporate spy.
Well, while we're waiting for Mikey, I can tell you a little bit more about this house as you check it out and look at it. It is a townhouse in the middle of White Crown, so not one of the bigger houses, but about right for the station of a ambassador. You can count 4 floors, starting with the ground floor, 2 middle floors, and then an attic space at the top. And you know that the points of entry are the front doors, various windows, and a roof hatch. And despite the distraction from the Lampblacks, there are still bluecoats patrolling, keeping an eye on this street. And they are quickly approaching anyone who looks out of place to check their papers and their business. So, we ready for the engagement?
Yes.
Yes, I guess so. Remind me what the points of ingress were?
The front door, the windows, and the roof hatch, which are pretty much the same across all of the terrace houses.
Did we have any further information? Because Saffron used the information about the typical defences to establish the best entry route. Do we have more information on that? Or is it that these are, of the many windows and doors, the ones that are probably accessible?
From what you gathered about what is typical, obviously the front door is most heavily guarded, and it's also guarded by people as well. The windows will have special locks on them, and the roof hatch, being the hardest one to get to, will have the weakest defences, typically.
Okay.
Okay.
For the record, Friedrich is most certainly drawn towards a roof entry. This is his preferred modus operandi. In any case, is to enter from above, and also to enter from the least well guarded point of entry. Because he ain't no fighter. He a burglar.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to pick your
Because I don't know what house it is, right? Like it's
Mhm.
it's one of them, but we don't know which one.
You know which one it is. Part of the gathering information was following him about his day, so this is definitely his house. But you do have to pick assault, deception, stealth, occult, social, or transport.
So I'm trying to close like 1,000 windows that no one opened. The laptop
Sounds-
could not handle it.
Straight away sounds like a stealth plan, doesn't it?
The first one, I would think.
We're sneaking in a little B&E.
Cheeky little baby.
Cheeky little B&E
Assault,
would be
assault
a
anyone? Anyone fancy assault?
B&E at the B&B.
That works
Like
so
some
well. Works so well at that casino.
You know, there's gonna be these big, like, clockwork soldiers on the door. You know, from the previous when we did the first few sessions. Those big old clockwork soldiers.
They shouldn't be. It's just a random person's house. I don't want to see Decepticons.
Random. It's Ambassador Basran, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Senor Basran.
So yeah, let's.
Your Basran.
Yeah, it's got to be stealth. We're literally like hacking in through security servers and taking out any defensive.
Hacking
Oh,
through
shit, we don't have a
servers.
hacker man archetype.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a slice.
I'm a bit of a hacker man. I'm a tinkerer.
So I'm getting skill points in slice.
I want to see your, like, ARM keyboard.
Net deck.
Net deck, yeah, that's the one.
Stealth then.
Cool. All right. So, and the point of infiltration, I'm assuming the roof hatch.
I'll leave it to my burglars to decide.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would imagine that, assuming that our objective is to get all of us inside, in order to do the job, then Friedrich would be aiming to case out the roof entrance, make sure it's safe, and then get everyone in that way.
So just checking, because I made a note that said we have pinpointed the best point of entry. Have we with that information, has DM confirmed that, or are we just guessing? Because we should know specifically what is best. We had a confirmation where from everything we learned, roof is good.
Yes. So, as far as you know, typically the roof will be the least defended point of entry.
Okay, at least defended sounds good. Cool.
And the engagement roll will start you there and see how well it goes.
As far as you know, being the most important part of that sentence.
So, typically for us, we're gonna smash through the hatch and fall down all together into a
Straight
circle of
a
guards.
circle of, yeah, so I was gonna say circle of guards. Yeah.
Great minds, Saffron. Great minds.
That's it.
So you're having to pick your load.
Oh yeah. Gonna have to be light.
I will let you know as well. You are having to walk through White Crown and sort of get close to the house, drawing as little attention as possible with your stealthy approach.
Yeah.
Heavy.
So I think normal may be pushing it. If you have consequences.
We could. I mean, I know I'm probably going to do this. Is pick a light load and then flashback to say I've stored another bit of gear on the rooftop somewhere nearby before we start and take that in. Would that be allowed?
I think so, with enough of a stress, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a fair. We've literally been there. No reason you're going to chuck something up there before we go in. So we never made a ruling. Not that it's going to be useful if we're going in through the roof, but we never made a ruling on the wheelchair and its load bearing capacity.
I think
it's not a load. It's more the obvious nature of it.
I think it's always going to be suspicious, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
completely unique contraption. You wouldn't want it near any person you're trying to keep alive.
Yeah. Well, it's not needed for this particular endeavor anyway. So that's fine anyway. Well, I don't know how Saffron's going to get on the roof. I suppose would be my main question.
I mean, he doesn't require it,
Because-
though.
That depends on the engagement roll, does it?
Yep.
Well, why does it depend on the engagement roll?
Well, if the
obviously-
engagement roll is supposed to get you to the action,
Sure.
rather
But
than
even
us
if
having
it's
like
positive, Saffron's not going to be on the roof because he's an old frail man who can't climb for shit. Unless
Yeah,
someone's C3 him on his back.
There could be
That
like
might
a
have been- yeah.
stair. There could be a stairway on another building connected to it, and then we could find that and go up that way. You know.
Oh,
yeah, a controlled engagement would definitely mean you've
something.
sneaked past
Cool.
all the blue coats. You've managed to all get on the roof. All gone to plan. The plan that you definitely had.
Let's just do that. Let's just say that's what happens here. Let's just all vote. We don't need to roll dice. What's all this rolling dice about? Where did that come from?
Let's just tell stories about how cool we are.
Sounds good, huh?
All right. Start with one dice for sheer luck. Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
Yes.
Yes.
We're sneaking into the heavily guarded, posh bit of town to kill an ambassador in his own home.
Yeah, actually, when you put it like that.
And we're not even assassins, we're smugglers.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. It's 2 dice. Is this
Very
operation
daring.
overly complex or contingent on many factors? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
That's the first.
Does does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
Yes.
He's asleep. I'd say yeah.
I mean, you're assuming he's asleep, but
And through the roof
Well-
window, Velux skylight.
It's
We have exposed weaknesses via our research and planning, which we previously again haven't really done.
I'll give you a dice for that.
there you go.
So you're on 3. Is the target
Here it
strongest against his approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparations? That'll be -1 dice.
Arguably.
We say if it's strongest. what I find interesting is that if we got to attack him at the headquarters, that would be the strongest. This isn't his strongest, right? How can
This
this be
is
strongest?
this is something that you won't know, that only I will know. So you have to trust me that I'm taking this dice.
Well, that would be the problem with the trust. You've broken the trust 340 times at this point. Every engagement roll.
Ooh, the smoke.
Look,
Infinite Decepticons. Come on.
you can't blame me for my dice rolling.
I can and I will.
Yeah, we probably will.
I think that's already been disproven.
All right. Next bullet point. Are your players being dicks? Yes. -3.
Minus
all
3.
Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation? Well, I mean, this is I get confused because you
It's
have done that through
Yeah.
gathering information already.
But also, I mean, literally, Baz has supplied us with the thugs, but they've also been used already to cancel out a thing. So it's a bit of a weird thing to then get a bonus from them as well.
Yeah.
So I could call it. It's a weird one because we have, but we've also kind of used them already. So
Yeah, they're cancelling out -2 dice. So
yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
a net 0. That's fine.
I'd like to argue pro like the entry information and stuff via the blue coats, but again, we've sort of spent as well.
But it wasn't friends or contacts. That was just like general knowledge as well, wasn't it? Didn't we?
And I went to old Belky.
yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
that has given us the opportunity. We've already got a dice for that, effectively, because of the research.
Are there any other elements you want to consider? So you're back to tier 0.
Mm-hmm.
So they are a higher tier target. The Iruvian Consular is tier 3, actually, which would mean...
The actual person.
yeah. But I think in this instance, he's just a man. So it'll just be the -1 dice.
So 1 dice, as we all said it would be.
You're back to 1, souls you are.
It's fine.
Better than 0.
Yeah, I find it interesting. Like, but what is the one about can your friends or people help you? It's so weird because they have. So at what point do you like get them to help you without helping you before the dice rolls? You know what I mean?
I think it's
Or
like
what does that look like?
I think it's like helping, but with no mechanical benefit yet. So not in the gathering information stage. I mean, Bazo would have helped you in this, but we've used him to cancel out the other thing. So
Yeah.
he's essentially worth +2 dice in this situation.
I mean, is it literally saying at the point of ingress activation, something is helping you? It's not like in the setup. I guess that's kind of the inference, right? It's like as you make the move, there's some help going on, which would have been the thuggos distract people, I guess, is what we would have done. So in a way, we're kind of getting +2 rather than +1. So it's not something to chat about. Cool. Just curious. Sounds good. +1 it up. 1 dice.
It's a 5.
Hey! I'll take that.
Ah!
So
Okay.
the good news is
You don't
it's
want
a
to
risky.
explode.
It's a it's just a risky engagement.
Okay. Cool. That is honestly a first.
It's not. You've had a risky start before, I'm pretty sure.
Could fill up
We
with
had-
waterfall.
When we made the concept, the first thing that happened was like everyone fell out of the taxi and instantly got assaulted by guards. When we went into the ship, we instantly got assaulted by assassins. When we went into the, we've always been desperate.
What's a nice
Then there was
house?
Decepticons. That's nice, isn't it? That's not actually his house. That's more like an example of what it's like in the area, right? That was the.
Yeah, this is like probably the
The bloody
Government.
White House, mate.
government building. Yeah, it looks a bit like the Reichstag actually with the dome, but
I was going to say, it looks a lot more like the Reichstag.
So it's not actually his house. It's just a.
Artist's impression.
Yeah, of what the general vibe is in the area.
Okay. Alright.
correct. So yeah, with a 4 to 5, it's kind of neither here nor there. So you don't have any specific disadvantages, but you don't also have any specific advantages. So I feel like you have managed to get to the house and scale the roof. And we join the action as you find the rooftop hatch.
Well, I'm so glad there was an elevator on the side of the building. Good to have access for people of all physical needs. How lovely these white crowned people are.
Do you
Oof.
have like hydraulics on your wheelchair now? You can
Not
just,
yet,
like,
not
lift
yet.
yourself.
Doc Ock.
Little spider legs kind of crawl up the side of the building. Quite fun.
It'd be like a caddy. It'll be like bouncing,
Oh yeah,
pumping your tunes with your speaker
That's
in
it.
the back.
that's it. Low rider.
I mean, character is canonically a drug dealer.
Yeah. That's a good point. It fits. It fits.
Low rider it is.
Low rider it is.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So you're at the roof hatch. What are you doing?
We'll just stare at Friedrich, I think.
Yeah.
Can
All
we-
right.
Can we see through it?
Hmm.
No.
Is it a glass? Oh, okay. It's a
So
solid
we
option.
know about defenses and stuff. Like what I guess before Friedrich starts trying to pry up the lock, I'd like to investigate based on the knowledge I have of the Sparkcraft security in these buildings, like just double checking there's not any wires, there's nothing that looks like it's all rigged up to an alarm or explosive or anything else. It's really make sure that like this is a standard hatch.
Well, I think that will be included in Friedrich's
Yeah.
lockpicking. You can assist or
That sounds
and
good.
stuff like that.
Yeah, cool.
So what Friedrich would probably do is like try and case the whole hatch, have a little listen to it, and see if you can hear any footsteps, speech, or other signs of human movement in the room below. Which I guess would be a separate check from my wiki-ness. Maybe a survey or a prowl, perhaps. No, prowl is definitely fighting.
Prowl can be sneaking around as well.
Or acrobatics.
Hmm.
All right, well I'll do a prowl then to see if I can hear anyone through the thing. Risky.
Yeah, I'll do risky limited because it's quite a thick metal hatch that's firmly shut. So, okay. And also, I should ask, what time of day are you infiltrating?
Night?
Not time.
What in what time of night?
2
Time
a.m.
everyone's asleep. Whatever time people are definitely asleep.
Actually,
Guards
2:59.
Do we know anything about this his actual like habits? Because maybe he likes to go to Blockbuster Video at 2 a.m. Like we don't know.
We don't know anything about his personal routine, really, do we? We just
weird
found out
chap.
sort of his
Okay.
main items, like goes to work, goes home.
I feel like late at night, like early hours of the morning seems
Right.
the usual.
Yep.
Deepest night.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So success with a what's it?
A condemnation.
with the constabulary.
Yes, a success with a consequence with a limited effect. And I shall remind you all to make sure taking into account your harms when you're rolling as well. Remember, physical affects physical, mind affects
understand.
mind.
Have we not healed any of those harms?
Some.
Some people healed.
Partially.
I am
healed
just
last
one
week.
arm stabbed currently. It's been stabbed for a while. It does feel a bit like this wound should be festering. It's been quite a while.
Yes, so Friedrich, you do not hear anything. And you know what? I think I'm just gonna go ahead straight away and just start a clockaroni.
Of course.
No.
It's cool. It's like a little tesseract, little orb thingy.
Tesseract.
That's cool, man.
Whoa. 4-dimensional object, baby.
The
Ooh,
consequence.
I'm not sure I like the title of that very much.
The consequence of the prowling is that you're making some noise on the rooftop.
I haven't even opened it yet.
We're just here to deliver some presents. Head down the chimney quick.
I'll put on my stand.
The red gobbo. Okay. Well, Friedrich kind of signals to the others. It's clear. It's quiet. And will go about his normal process of cracking a door. So checking for signs of locks, signs of alarms, signs of traps, and then using some of his squeak silencing oil and other lockpicks to get through without making any sound.
And Saffron will help with his tinkering skills that are perfectly designed for disabling traps, picking locks, tinkering mechanisms, all that kind of thing. There's no like you just help or you don't help. You don't get you can't do a better help if you're good at a certain thing. It's just help or no help, right? It's binary.
So you can do a setup action. The drawback is you can fail the action, add more consequences. Upside is you have to pay stress to aid, but it's only one stress to aid to give a bonus dice. So
I could take a stress, get a guaranteed 1 dice, or I could just basically I could do a tinker action, which I have 2 dice in, and risk obviously then both of them being 1s. Probably. I mean, yeah. Maximum I'm going to get is 1 dice from that, so I'll just double check my stress. Stress is quite high actually. Hey, pretty important. I'll take. You got 2 pips in something. That's just 2 dice, right?
2 dice, yeah.
That doesn't seem like a lot considering how much investment I put into it.
Do you want to know the percentage chance of success?
No, never tell me the odds. That's fine. I'll just help. Let's be honest, at this point. This would suck to really jibble this up at the last minute. Cool. I'm helping. I've taken a stress, so I have an extra dice from Saffron.
Banging. Alright, I'm also not affected by quality or tier when I bypass security measures. So the finesse, risky, standard.
Yes.
And I get 1 bonus dice from good old Saffron. The something. Saffron.
The spice.
Iglesias.
Run the spice, Iglesias.
Oh,
Nice.
It's a tasty meatball.
a 6.
I feel like it's just yes. You open the hatch.
And you also win the postcode lottery for £350.
Yes. All right. Yeah. So you, the 2 of you working together, managed to unlock this. I mean, it's still White Crown, right? So it's probably more sophisticated a lock than you would see in most districts of Duskwall. But with the knowledge that you'd gained, Saffron, and Friedrich's knack for lockpicking, you managed to click the lock open, and you swing this metal hatch noiselessly up. And as you do so, as you lift up the hatch, you can see connected to the underneath to sort of like a string trap contraption connected to a series of bottles.
It's not very advanced, is it?
Well, the actual lock itself will a Sparkcraft make.
Okay, cool. And then just something that a 3-year-old uses to make a trap from as well. Very cool.
Sorry, what's in
So
your bandolier of stuff?
I think we should be grateful that it's some bottles on a string and not a Sparkcraft siren.
I'd have fucking defused that thing. Don't you worry about it, mate.
It's one of the least. It was the easiest entry point as well.
It's more like It's more alarming because Sparkload I can deal with.
Nice
So
pun.
an actual bottles on the string, that's heinous shit. So it's not gone off. It's just we've managed to just do this while we're still being gentle, and it's just. But now we've seen it.
Yep.
Right.
I think you're a wrecker tinkerer. I think
I am.
you see this as almost like a backup tripwire kind of thing. Like,
Yep.
It's almost like if Friedrich wasn't as good as how he is, he might have thought he would have gotten in, opened the hatch, and then whatever's inside these bottles would have gone off. Which is what the desperate engagement might have been.
Bottles everywhere. So are they still in play? Do we need to act on them? Are they out the game now? Or are they still a?
They don't look. As long as you avoid them, avoid the string and the wire, you should be fine.
Okay.
Well, the sound of that. I can make another roll to try and just clear them out. What do we think? Or should we just all? I assume we'll have to make some kind of body test to get down. So it doesn't concern me after all 4 different checks. Likely someone's gonna shuffle them.
Well, we'll probably lead a group action to make it a bit easier.
Oh, hello,
If we
Mister.
had to.
Knows the rules.
Olly's sat there like, should I just let them do this? Or be nice? Like, just watching his face.
I mean, I was going to say that you don't actually need to roll to climb down the hatch.
I'm not. Hey, look, that's good. I like that we're kind of, we're not just assuming everything's easy.
Yeah.
We're in the moment. It feels tense.
When I was reading back
ladder?
that Black Cog adventure, I was like, I can't believe how many and then roll this to see this, and roll this to do this, and roll this to do this. It's like you couldn't pick your nose without rolling dice. Whereas in this system, it's like the whole situation is solved.
Cool. I do like it. Cool. Well, I'm more than happy to be in safely on the top floor.
Don't take more consequences if you don't need to, man.
I don't want to.
All right. So we all slide awesomely and silently and really well down Friedrich's Ultra Mega Special Edition Burglary Cable Mark III.
Nice.
Now in black.
Is there a ladder, or are we roping down?
Yeah, you can the floor. It's not it's like an attic room, so you'd probably struggle to stand up, to be honest. Yeah.
Nice.
Friedrich got out the special repelling wire and then saw that it was just a single story room and went, oh.
2 foot rope.
I was thinking I'm going to get Gus down there, tie him, and then rope him down.
Get down there. I don't care what you smell. How'd you get Gus up the roof in the first place?
On my back.
We got Saffron.
Dog pack.
Exactly. There's the little lift. I told you that engagement. There's a little lift on the side. It's very helpful.
Do we take dogs on our nighttime burglaries?
Yes. Does not leave my side, thank you very much.
He has a ghost dog now.
That is true.
Oh yeah, shit. Okay. All right.
Who I can telepathically command and talk to.
All right, so you'll drop down into this attic room, and from the light of the moon, as you look around you, you see dozens and dozens of bottles on shelves, on desks, and blueprints. And Saffron, you recognize these as sort of alchemical recipes, and you very much notice all the hallmarks of a fellow tinkerer, fellow alchemical hobbyist and entrepreneur enthusiast.
Very cool. So not bottle set and traps. It's just like shelves of backing up bottles and vials and anything catch the eye, particularly sparkly or glowy or anything out of the ordinary. Does it seem like kind of pretty regular Dusk Volian alchemicals and poisons?
I don't think you can tell what they are from
Okay.
from the outside. But
We
maybe
even have
maybe
like a light source. We could have a lantern, I guess. Someone could have a lantern.
probably not with light load.
It says it's just one pip.
Okay.
So this is just one pip.
I haven't got one.
I will have a lantern.
Okay.
Oh, but I do have dark sight goggles,
What?
which I'd forgotten completely about. Sorry. Oh yes,
It's
I completely forgot about these. Silly me. Silly old Friedrich.
Night
I'd
vision.
forget my own head if I wasn't screwed on. Anyway,
Well,
I can see perfectly in here.
Right. Well, still, I have
spotted.
have a lantern.
Yeah. So
Well, actually, you know what? I'll let Friedrich put his goggles on and then scout. There's not like a guard sleeping in the corner first. And when Friedrich gives me all clear, then I'll put the little lantern on so we can see a bit better in this. And that there's no like clear like gaps down before the light's going to be a distraction, you know. But if it all seems clear, put a little low lantern on just so we can see a little bit where we want to see if there's stuff on the ground, if there's wires on the ground, anything else to trip us up, basically.
Yes, I look for that.
Mikey's just playing Baldur's Gate, isn't he?
Yeah.
I haven't played in ages, mate.
Right, thief.
Spider-Man. Bloody Spider-Man.
Bloody Spider-Man.
Oh, is there a locked chest? My turn.
Yeah. Saffron, you maybe you're not completely surprised because Iruvia is well known for their potions and chemicals and things.
That's how it all started for him. That's how he got into it. This is a whole bunch of Ruvian shit.
And poisons from harvested from desert creatures, you know.
I mean, this is like incredibly appealing to Saffron. That's literally like been his goal. That's kind of most of his backstory is that he, you know, left. That's why he's such a bad state with the Iruvians. He literally left and ransacked an entire raid of Iruvian goods, and then that's what got him afloat. And then he went back years later to try and do it again, and got his own brother killed in a raid on Iruvian caravans, and has been kind of pretty much. That's how he built his wealth. So to stumble on this cash is pretty much what he's been looking for. So this is quite delightful for him, and yeah, a bit distracting, let's say.
Yeah, and I think you would surmise that it must be the case that Ambassador Basran is a fellow hobbyist alchemist, as many Iruvians are. And you do see a single hatchway in this floor.
Very well. Well, if we're all safely in here, then I guess we'll rinse and repeat. First thing we need to do is to listen at the hatch, see if we can hear that there are any nasty boys downstairs or girls,
Do
or
you think?
non-binary nasties.
Do you think? Do you say it was all like recipes and notes on his alchemical stuff? Was there any like journals or anything private like that? Can I do a survey?
You can do a survey, and Friedrich, you can do a listen. But I will say, the more action rolls you do, the more you are milling around here. Floorboards are squeaking. More chances that potentially guard patrols will come across you, and all this.
Well, I was thinking with the aim of trying to find a potential weakness or something we could abuse to make the mission easier.
Yeah, we're gonna stab him.
Where's his
Maybe
weak
not
spot?
too much.
I don't
Dear
like being
diary.
stabbed. Brilliant.
Dear diary, my particularly vulnerable left boob has been hurting so much today. I really wish that nobody would stab it in the night time.
Or
A single flick.
or maybe he needs some medicine or something which we could just take.
Oh.
I love where your head's at.
Mercury in the porridge.
Yeah,
I should never have mocked
slightly
this idea
silvery
now.
porridge.
You can do that if you wish. To survey.
I'll hunt Because I'm gathering information about my target,
Sure.
technically, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Risky.
Yeah, risky standard. Gotta be one of those days. Is it bars? Is it on the six?
Well, for
Try
now.
not to sound too disappointed, Mr. TM.
So I'm not going to have a whole week in between for me to plan ways to make it harder for you, like last time. That of course never happened. So with the 6, okay, let me do a fortune roll and see how lucky you are in what you find.
Nice.
You certainly do find scriptures and scribbles and all this sort of stuff, but I don't think you're going to have time to go through like everything. So let's just see. Okay, so you wanted to find something about him, some sort of weakness.
Fixes.
Yeah, that was a 1 to 3 on the fortune roll, so not going to be incredibly useful information. Let me think.
And not to be selfish, but can him studying all this stuff have discovered something about a new recipe or just something unknown that he was researching? The Saffron take advantage of it. If we're not, we use that. Got to use that thick thumb, haven't we?
I mean, I was hunting for weaknesses on the target. I suppose probably.
I'll get something out of it.
I rolled
I
a
can see-
6 though.
And see
Maybe
where
if
it's
it was a
going. That's what I mean.
critical.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, maybe on a crit and a 6 on the fortune. No, I think you learned something about I don't know, maybe you just learned that he's never been considered a good bladesman. Like he's never, like, maybe the journal talks about, the days when I was in the sword academy and so Squiggly Bum pushed me around for being last in dueling class again.
In love
Not Squiggly Bum. Sir Squiggly Bum.
Yeah, it's an Aruvian family, isn't it?
Sure.
Yeah, bunch of bastards and squiggly bums.
Well, Sir Squiggly Bum and I were secretly in love.
I really.
I loved him, not to be returned.
Lorenzo relays to the party that Basran is no duelist, and maybe we could take advantage of that somehow
Good.
by fighting
Stabbing
him
him.
with a sword. Yeah.
The plan remains unchanged.
Nice.
All right. Friedrich, you wanted to do a listen?
Okay, well, I still want to do a listen, but you got me all scared, saying you're like gonna be creaking and croaking all of the floorboards.
Just roll a 6.
Yeah, that's true. I should just roll a 6. Thanks for that, Lawrie.
No worries.
That's just I don't know what I'd do without your tactical advice.
Well, it's true. If we're going by the vibe is
Is
like
everyone
you
else
do a whole.
having some serious connection issues, or just me?
Seems like I've been fine. My camera's still a bit laggy, but that's just the laptop. Yeah, we're going by the vibe, right? You're saying DM is like we should
Hello?
think of it more as like, hello, we can hear you.
Hello?
Hello?
All good here?
I mean, I can hear everybody except Mikey keeps chopping up, but also
Yeah.
my Roll20 just broke. So I was trying to work out whether it's my problem or everyone else's.
You've gone black on our screen.
You've dropped out of Roll20.
It's definitely fucking my problem, isn't it? Bollocks.
Roll Discord's great. You sound good on the old Discord.
Ouch.
Oh.
His voice hurts me.
The hatch is the next thing that doesn't seem particularly locked. It's just a hatch.
Yep.
So the way you've been talking about it, it sounds like really what we're doing here is we shouldn't really be thinking about we need to check this, we need to check this, we need to roll to safely descend this space in a safe way we want, which would encompass the concept of having checked and made sure there's nothing going on, so we can't really rolling multiple times does seem a bit antithetical to how we think we should approach things, and we'll just roll to see how it pans out.
Yeah, I mean, you can roll to be like, I open the hatch, I go down the hatch, and I scout the corridors for guards. And that can be like a prowl.
Cool.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
We saw you briefly though. We can see you on roll 20. I saw you briefly with your camera on. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Friedrich. Hey there.
Over.
Guten Tag. Herr Friedrich.
Mustache is coming in nicely, Milo.
Thank you. It's weirdly might be a keeper. Who knows?
Do people think it's
So-
November and you're just really fast at growing
Yeah.
mustaches?
I have been asked today. Is that really only a week's mustache? No.
God damn.
Up
If
there.
it
Yeah.
was, holy shit. Some
The
strong
envy of the
moustache
town.
Mm.
Is anyone? I can't remember. Is anyone else while anyone's got the skills we need to send to move things on, or should we be waiting? It's definitely not a. This is definitely not a Saffron. Well, just to say where
I've got-
Saffron's head out. Oh, sorry.
I'm quite able to prowl.
Yeah, more than Friedrich.
I got 2 pips. I'm not sure how many he has.
He's got 2 as well.
Well, I'm going
Um,
to say from Saffron's point of view, like he's probably going to stay in the attic, both strategically and selfishly, because there's a lot to work with here. He's not going to be particularly great in close quarters descending things. There is an element to defending the exit route, but also he's probably going to start trying to collect as much stuff as possible and get back out the roof access. That's what Saffron will be doing in the foreseeable future.
So I see what you've done here. You've made a
Uh-huh.
character who is a coward. So I have to award you XP for being a coward, even though that's what you want to. That's how you want to play.
Whoa! Power is a very strong word. This is playing with his core beliefs and also his interests and his vices. That's just multiple XP points. No, seriously, like again, it's we're going on a stealthy. He shouldn't really ever be able to get on the roof tonight. At this point, it's already stretching the limits of what Saffron can physically do to be getting in roofs and going down hatches and stuff. And his strength is in this kind of shit. Like, can he be again devising some kind of get out plan, a kind of again an explosive distraction, something really hectic with this stuff goes to shit? Could he create like something mega out of all this stuff
I
and
thought-
steal?
I thought he wanted to kill Eruvians.
He does, but that's kind of the other guy's strength at this point. Like his strength is now he's found a bunch of freaking poisons and chemicals and stuff that he can both either steal or use in this particular scenario. So I could imagine he would be trying to create some kind of poison trap, something to help the system if they did need to escape, something to kind of help the actual heist from here. This is clearly a place to be. And if he can, meanwhile, steal a whole bunch of new chemicals for his shop, then he'll be doing that as well. So unless something goes really wrong, Saffron will probably be staying in the attic.
You mentioned how there's bottles lying around of alchemicals. I imagine he just comes across this bottle of opium or something. Ooh, that'll be me for the evening.
Try a little nip of that. Check what it is. There's got to be something. There's got to be something rare up here. That's the vibe, right? There's got to be something good. You don't seem happy though.
I mean, you said a lot of things.
Sure.
I think trying to find the rarest stuff makes sense. I think if you're escaping out of the rooftop hatch, you probably know you can't, get a sack full of bottles and carry it down the side of the wall.
Well, I can't, but someone else can.
All right.
So you want me to make an action? So I'm either going to search for rare chemicals or prepare a comically burglar-esque sack of goodies someone can sling over their shoulder. Now, probably more productive, and I will try and find within the mass something good and exciting and rare that I can use to help us out. Be it a particularly potent poison or at the end of the day, a fail-safe. Imagine dropping down some kind of just huge powder bomb as people escape up the roof that would, fill the whole house with some kind of poisonous gas. Nuke the house as a last resort. Something strong and powerful in the place. That said, all of my skills for this are awful. Apart from study, which is not. Study a person, document, or item to gather information and apply knowledge to do research. I think that sounds. Study sounds good. Yeah. No.
I think study would be limited effect here.
What would you want then? Survey?
I think survey.
How about rec?
Probably
Well,
get
what
away
about
with
tinkering? What about?
Probably get away with tinker.
Yeah, but
So-
it's mechanisms, it's physical stuff, clockwork stuff, ectoplasmic devices, which is weird because tinker, you can make alchemicals out of tinker.
Exactly.
So, but I'm researching rather than actually making something. Because if it's just the basic box, I've got loads of basics, poisons and stuff. Cool. I'm gonna do a limited study, and I'm gonna be sad about it.
You. Poor you.
Can it be a controlled?
So daring.
You could do a survey and I could help you. I could assist you.
Yeah, but I've got 0. It's just give me 1 dice. Anyway, I might as well. I've got 1 dice in
Oh, okay, I see that.
studies. I might as well do that. Where trade position for effect? What's the?
Yeah, you can go. You're gonna be risky because you're on enemy territory.
That's risky to start with.
So you can go desperate for standard effect if you want.
To
And
find
then-
some chemicals.
Yeah. Hey, also to fill some time for the audience while Friedrich's not here. This is
That
me
is true.
playing content here. Come on, bonus points.
Accidentally going to blow us all up in the attic, and they were like, "Oh, what was that? Oh, bunch of dead burglars."
Oh well.
My trap
Well,
worked.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a classic Mikey move in that we're 3 months into a game system, and I can't remember really what the positions do. Like, what is the problem with it being desperate?
The consequences
The consequence will be
more
worse.
more severe. Yeah.
Because there's a different set. I mean, it's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but it's just if you roll something, which you're likely to, but if you don't, unless you don't roll a 6, the consequences will be worse.
Yeah.
Which in this case would be
Desperate is kind of the realm of where you take harm and stuff. Then.
so like a different table for that you're rolling on when you're rolling consequences. Cool.
I believe with 1 die, you've got like a 25% chance to fail outright. Right?
Yeah.
I think that's the odds.
Yeah, let's. Then what's the point if it's limited effect anyway? Then what's the bloody point? Yeah, I'm gonna play to my strengths. I am gonna tinker. I'm gonna use tinker to use all the chemicals around me, which I think is great and will definitely add to the effect of what I'm doing. Because there's loads of cool shit here to create just a big fuck off, smoky, poisony bomb that I can pop down the hatch if all goes wrong.
A big smoky poisony bomb.
It's the anthrax.
Yes, I'm going to create anthrax.
Developing a fucking
Please, if I
neurotoxic.
can.
All right.
And
Well,
also, I'm going to make some
that
napalm at the same point.
that is desperate because
What? What do you mean?
you're mixing unknown
really good at it.
chemicals. Yeah,
I'm
but these
well
aren't
good at it.
labeled. These are like you're just using smell and stuff. Like the room for
Saffron's sense of smell is very
errors.
strong. I love it.
Oh yeah.
You think Saffron can't
Everybody
smell the
brown.
difference between freaking ghost powder and
Some
this and
stuff
that?
you don't even recognize.
Okay, how
Well,
about,
Or
that's
it's-
what I
how
find
about-
out about.
how about I assist by getting Gus to smell it, and then I can telepathically communicate with Gus, and I can see what he's smelling, because he's a dog. He's got a great sense of smell.
All right, fine. Then if there's stuff I don't recognise, I'm going to create my comical satchel of things I'm stealing. Then I'm going to steal all the things I don't recognise. There we go. Fund them all in a nice big satchel, and we're going to steal them on the way back out. That's what I'm doing. I have no idea what to roll for that. Finesse?
Yes.
Great.
What did I miss?
A lot.
Shenanigans.
A lot of throwing.
Nothing.
Not a lot.
If in case it wasn't obvious, my internet went.
Lovely. Okay, finesse, risky?
Risky standard to make your sack.
Standard.
You really are Santa coming through the rooftop with your sack.
It's the Grinch. He's taking stuff out.
Can we just agree now, though? If I roll 2 1s, the house doesn't blow up, please. Although, actually, if it does, we kill him, so that would work quite well. I mean, we kill ourselves, but we'd still be accomplishing.
Mission failed.
Survived.
Yeah.
Okay. So, success with a consequence. I think the consequence is that this is taking you. You're trying to be stealthy, right? You're not trying to make any noise. Clinking
yes.
all these bottles. I think this does take you quite a while to do.
Sure.
Um,
Well, I'm doing this while they're doing shit, just so we know.
Yeah.
That means it. Well. Cool.
And you're just kind of grabbing anything that you can see rather than.
Anything new and exciting, yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Alright. Time has been filled. Friedrich, the show is yours.
Okay. I'm gonna listen at the fucking porthole. The hatch.
Hatch.
Mm-hmm.
We had a discussion. We said that, and DM agreed that we can't just kind of treat this all as one action. The whole scouting it out, opening it, going down carefully. That's all kind of one big prowl roll. We'd have to roll everything twice.
Yep, that sounds great to me and also fair.
Nice.
Risky standard.
I think.
Or is it different now?
Yeah, I think this is now desperate as you're moving into the main house.
Oof.
Oh, a little bit of
Anyone?
XP for me.
Anyone going to help? I don't know how you could help.
Yeah, I was thinking to help, but I don't know how I would.
Help, steady him as he goes on the ladder. Help listen. Just kind of have a little extra.
Words of encouragement, quietly.
Pat on back.
No,
Just
so let's say
smackery.
let's say that this inner hatch is maybe not itself any heavier, but the mechanism of it has more weight to hold, and Friedrich needs to focus on the mechanism of the lock as he goes through, and needs someone else to hold up the actual weight in stages as we kind of work the thing open with as little sound as possible. So somebody
I know a brute who could help.
could basically do some muscling to help me out.
Yeah, all right, I'll do that.
You're a stress-free brute as well after your trauma.
No, I've actually somehow managed to acquire 4 stress since the trauma.
Blimey.
Blimey, O'Reilly.
Blimpy.
So Friedrich, what harm do you have?
Well, I am saying that I healed one of my less effect harms in the intervening 3 times that I was not able to take part in. I think this is a fairly conservative interpretation of several of those.
How many did you?
I had 2. I had 2 level 1 harms.
Hmm.
So I now have 1 level 1 harm, which is slashed.
Yeah. Okay, so that's -1 effect, I think. With level 1 harm.
Yes. So what that makes me limited then, does it? Desperate limited it is. with a one helpful dice from Silas Templeton, Esquire. I mean, thanks Silas Templeton, Esquire, it being
Yes.
the 3rd dice that got the 6.
A 1,
Crikey.
a 1, a 6. Clutch.
Oh, you see, if he hadn't been holding up the weight of that mechanism with his big biceps, Friedrich probably would have not only crushed his fingers in bits, but also set off the hand grenade tied to the other side of the door.
I'm definitely thinking the scene from Civil War, Captain America's biceps, but it's just instead of a helicopter, it's a hatch, and instead of Chris Evans, it's Milo.
You're describing my dreams.
I know. That's why I did it.
Yeah, I think chat's right. I think, is there anyone who isn't like lusting after Silas at this point? Like, is it just like a river? Is like a harem anime with Silas in the middle?
Just
Somehow
how Milo-
like that.
just how Milo
forgotten?
does every game.
Has everyone just forgotten what Silas does when he has that rage essence down him?
No, it's Saffron, isn't it?
Yeah, but you can look past
literally
that.
traumatized.
You know,
Some
I can fix
people-
it.
Some people
We
are
got
into
out that we got out that sewer that one time, walked through that gang fight in that street, and there was a bloody mess behind Silas. Just gibbed bodies.
Everyone
Yeah.
wants the bad boys.
People like Karlak for the same reason.
It's true.
Yeah, that is actually very true. I find her sexier because of her destructive power. Oh, my lovely Karlak.
Yeah. Yeah, chat's right. He can look after himself. Well, that's just Milo's cat-like aura. Like, I don't need you. All right, so 6 on the prowl. You managed to open this hatch. The limited effect. With a limited effect. Limited effect.
That's probably what that would be, but only like 2/3 of the way through. We all like just squeeze
I mean,
through.
this
Really
is the problem when you roll for like one simple action. The
Can I
position
ask
and
a
effect
question?
come into
Should it in fact have been limited because I'm supposed to be unaffected by quality or tier on anti-security tests?
Yeah, but that wasn't the it wasn't the effect of the hatch that was affecting you. It was your harm.
Okay. Oh, right, Roger, Dodger.
Yeah, because you can have like a tier 3 lock because it's Sparkcraft,
Yeah.
and then you don't care.
I get you.
All right, okay. I'm going to say that the limited effect is that Silas and Friedrich, you are having to spend a bit of more time finessing this hatch to make sure it's absolutely quiet. Like you're kind of, it's gotten stuck, and you're having to, finesse it, I guess.
Dude,
Elbow grease.
I guess
elbow
an
grease, like-
grease slice of the guard's pie.
Well, I mean, it's a success, so there's no consequence there. But I think as you are jamming this hatch open, I think you can hear footsteps down below.
Oh dear, we are in trouble.
Get the blow dart, Saffron, quick,
I'm a bit occupied. Sorry.
with your magnum.
No,
That's
well, the Magnum's done. It's a mini Magnum. That's it's barely anything.
Delicious.
Yeah.
I want Magnum now.
Sorry. Occupied with
Magnum dreams.
creating a stash of high-end Eruvian alchemicals. So I'll join you shortly.
Yeah. Almond magnums.
I already had one last night. I've been pacing them out. We've got the mini box of the minis. You know, you get two almonds, two almonds, 2 whites, 2 regulars.
Hey,
Or,
both of you are using incorrect British English pronunciation. It's almond,
what did I say?
Almond.
like AHLMOND.
Almond.
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 But also,
Almond.
none of it fucking matters.
You
That
brought it up.
sounds like a Eruvian ambassador. Ambassador Almond.
Almond.
Yeah.
Armando.
All
I
right.
think I found my next character name.
Javier Almondo.
So I'm gonna.
Armando.
So what are you guys doing?
Yeah, so we're hearing footsteps. Now we've got the thing open. Can we peer down and see?
I think you hear the footsteps
Around
as you're
below.
kind of still working this hatch.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Did we say we could do this whole roll as one thing for the sake of simplicity? Are we not
Not
like already
anymore.
down? Oh, okay.
yeah, things went south.
There's 6, just because the limited effect is what.
Yeah, the limited effect. So the effect essentially means that it's taken longer than you wanted it to.
Okay, well, that's fine. I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, we still want to get down there. I think the only reason I was saying can we peer over is that if we're hearing footsteps, then we're going to want to try and get a look at whoever's directly underneath before we spring down into offensive action. So I guess we want to try to do that, but in the knowledge that we're running out of time. I don't know. So you're saying that we haven't got the hatch actually open then? We've unlocked it but not opened it.
I think it is opened, but as you are working it, you hear the footsteps.
I see. Okay. In which case, I think Friedrich would like to attempt to open the hatch far enough to either like lock it open on a catch or something, or like open it far enough to clearly be able to peer down and see the shape of the room below and where any enemies would be, and to do so ideally both quickly and quietly.
So I think,
and I'm aware that his chances of success are low.
I think the idea is that this guard is coming whilst you are still doing this action. So both yourself and Silas are actually preoccupied.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I mean, then we are preoccupied. Does anyone else take anything?
I think Lorenzo, you're the only one who's free to do anything.
If they're still opening the hatch, what can I possibly do?
Well, you hear the guard coming as well.
I can't go through or do anything really. I can't imagine.
Aren't you? That doesn't sound very like
I
a
said
daring
dust
scoundrel.
Can do
Well,
whatever.
the hatch is not open nor closed, is it? It's like
It's open. I think they're just trying to like make it so it's
Schrodinger's hatch.
I think the limited effect, I think it's causing some confusion. I think the hatch is open. Silas and Friedrich are trying to make sure that it stays open without making any noise.
I really just want to jump down and get out of this bloody attic, but I don't want to.
That does sound like something that Lorenzo might do.
Well, that's the thing. I don't want to be criticised for doing so.
It sounds like
I
it's
do gotta
Lorenzo's
do that.
vibe.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
And
criticize
someone would have to
Lawrie.
deal with the gun.
Yeah, I wouldn't criticize Lawrie for doing that. I would criticize Lorenzo for it, but I wouldn't criticize Lawrie for making Lorenzo do that.
He's got 2 pips in prowl, so he's a sneaky bastard who's quite acrobatic. So it's something that fits his skills. His
The
skill
footsteps
set.
passed.
What'd you say, Mikey?
Have the footsteps passed? I mean, as long as they're not leaping into literally while they're there, but if it all sounds
On the
clear.
way.
then-
they're on the way.
Right.
You can hear the footsteps.
Well, just let them pass then.
Hey,
Yeah, but you're hanging out of the ceiling hatch, or some of you are.
Are either Silas or Friedrich able to see them?
No.
Can I just go and just peek my head, see if I can see them and how far they are, who they are? Just a little peek.
Sure. If that'll make the party happy with doing anything, then yes, you peek down and you see a red sash lad patrolling and coming up the stairs onto the landing of the 3rd floor. And can I just say, in the player's PC's best practices, it says don't shoot down risky ideas in bold. If something sounds fun and dangerous, that's great.
Here.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but
There's
there's something about there's something to, like, you know, entering a mansion super stealthily from the roof and then bumping into the first guard and going oh in the corridor, you know.
We're
I
dealing
wanna
with the
kind of
consequences of our actions. It's just not a headlong charge into danger. We've left ourselves in an open situation and somebody has to deal with it.
If it's,
Yeah,
if
okay.
it's
Okay.
lunging at them as they pass from an advantage then that's great. But if it's just leaping down senselessly, then that's not as fun. If it's it's
Okay.
going for like an Assassin's Creed takedown, then hell yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna slip down. While I was peeking down, are there any like side, like any like like annexes or like little bits junting out of the corridor where I could possibly hide and let them go past? Like a window.
I know what you mean. Yeah, like an not an enclave, an alcove.
An alcove, yes.
I'd say, what's your load again? Is it? Haven't you got
Light.
your? Yeah, okay. You haven't done your flashback yet for your big
Not shit.
your big rifle. Okay, I think with the good, you'll have to roll me something. But there is an alcove with maybe like some nice curtains that you could
There you go.
jump behind.
Some nice red drapes, right. I'm gonna roll a prowl, and Gus won't be able to assist me in any way, I don't think. I'm gonna prowl, I'm gonna slip down and try and hide in the alcove behind the curtains, and hopefully he doesn't see my feet below the curtains as he walks past.
So he will see the roof, the hatch in the ceiling, before he passes you. You're not going to be able to just let him pass, and then he would discover the party.
So I'm gonna slip down behind the curtain in the alcove. He passes, I sneak back out, grab him into the alcove, strangle him, choke him out.
Okay.
Now is that not daring? I feel that's daring.
Not
Possibly
bad.
desperate.
Round the corner, take my clothes off, put them back on.
So
I am stabbed though, so I feel for less effect.
yes, and remember that the Red Sashes are higher tier than you. So I would recommend looking at all the ways that you can make this more to your advantage, using fine items, pushing yourselves, devil's
I've got a fine
barguinos.
pair of pistols. I could just start blasted. In times like this, you push yourself, and maybe even I have taken an unusual weapon, which might give me more effect or somehow help with the choking out.
A garrote, I guess, or something.
Yeah, like a non-lethal garrote. Like, I mean, fuck it, lethal. We're killing him. We're doing an assassination anyway. Fuck it. I'll take a garrote. Yes.
Okay.
How does that help me though? Does that give me more effect or?
Well, I mean, it's not fine, so it's going to be your
No, it's not.
tier. Yeah, I mean, what action would you want to roll?
Prowl. It's like a stealth kill, isn't it?
Yeah. You may just have to do it.
But okay. What effect does having the garrote actually do though?
It just means that you're able to do it. I mean, I think choking someone out with your hands is probably a lot harder to do. Or like kill them with your
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I try and sneak down, and as he walked past, I grab him and garrote him in the alcove.
All right. With the lead pipe in.
What would the position be?
This is desperate.
Yeah, I think we do that one.
Is that because of the wound I have, or is that just desperate anyway?
This is the fact that you're trying to take down someone quietly in the middle of a house where everyone is sleeping. It's
Fair
about
enough.
as risky as you can get.
Too stressed because I'm pushing myself.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So,
Okay.
so you're pushing yourself for.
Bonus die.
Okay. So I'm gonna say, I mean, they are. I think the officers are tier 2. I think the soldiery are just going to be tier 1. So they are 1 tier higher than you, but I think you've got the jump on him, which I think means that you're probably standard effect.
Standard. Roger. Standard. Boom. Oh, okay.
Okay, success with a consequence. 454. Well, you do corrupt him.
Ugh, nasty.
Like one of the Billy Boys. Maybe some blood goes on the lovely velvet curtains as it cuts away from the violence. I think the consequence is that it's a bit of a struggle. And as his feet are kicking against the wooden floorboards, I think a guard clock is ticked.
There's a lot of tapping on wood here. This so far. Okay, nice. There's no janitor's room I can just put his body in. No like big old bin.
Yeah, there's a dumpster directly out of the side of the window.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean that's another thing, right? It's like the blood is now pooling on the floor.
Okay, I'll go. Hey, Silas. Hey, Silas. I'm gonna try and lift. Hey, take the body. Try to lift the body back up.
Silas, I think, just looks down in surprise, and I don't think he even says anything. I think he just grabs the body out of instinct and attempts to haul it up.
I think I'm getting quite a bit of blood dripping on me at this point.
It's probably less mess than a body, but not that much less.
All right, so hatch is open, guard is down. You are all through the hatch. You're all on the 3rd floor.
Apart from Saffron.
Apart from Saffron, you see 2 doors and the stairway leading down.
All right. Now, who was it that found out where the guy's bedroom is? Come on now, one of us knows.
Well,
Didn't get that
just
far.
didn't really come up.
Oh, you guys!
Isn't this the sort of thing that you would normally do when you're casing the joint? And where were you last night, anyway?
I've been a bit preoccupied at the moment. You know, looking for rare antiquities, treasures, that sort of thing. Pretty busy.
Well, I suppose we'll just have to explore.
I suppose we shall. Right then, Mr.
Don't
Muscles.
Don't really want to
Big
split
point.
up.
We know
Might have to.
Scooby Gang. It's a huge building.
We do need to find.
It's not that actual building, remember?
No. Okay.
I think it would be prudent to try and acquire this information from someone in the house. Although that may be risky itself. I think Silas would like to just try and peek into, gently, a room looking for a person. Anyone who's asleep. Obviously not somewhere that's obviously got a bunch of guards playing poker around the table. And see if he can get that information from a person.
A person?
Maybe a flashback.
So are you peeking in these 2 doors on this floor?
Yes.
Okay.
The right one.
I will have to ask for a roll here because you don't know what's on the other side of the door, and if they will spot a door opening.
Yep. Any last words from the party to stop Silas from just opening the door and hoping?
Nope.
Any better ideas? Okay. All right. Fucking rock and roll.
We are daring.
All right. I guess it's a prowl then.
Yeah.
Can you peep through the keyhole?
Can I peep through the keyhole?
Or under the actual door? See any feet, kind of thing.
Get one of my little Rainbow Six cameras out.
Yeah.
Spider cam.
Yeah.
Boiler cat.
You do not see any feet looking under the doorways, but you also see like
Let's go for it.
beds and furniture and other things.
Oh, this sounds so perilous. All right. Is the position controlled?
It's a risk. I mean, yeah, you're just searching the rooms, right? So it's
Yes, I'm currently just trying to find somebody to interrogate.
You're trying to be stealthy.
Yeah.
I think this may be risky limited then.
Yeah. Alright. Let's rock and roll. I got one dice, don't feel great. I'm sorry for whatever happens after this, my friends.
Been going too well.
Okay.
It's okay.
I really felt the one. I just felt
It's
it.
okay.
Nobody rolled a 1 to 3 yet. They
Don't
haven't.
say
Yeah.
those words.
Yeah, Friedrich rolled 2 1s
Did he?
and a 6.
Oh yeah. I mean, the highest. Okay,
Wow.
so you poke ahead into one bedroom, and it's a rather nice bedroom, but it is empty.
Oh.
I think
That's me stumped.
the next room, you poke your head around, and you see a figure standing at a cabinet, and you see the telltale silhouette of a Red Sash officer strapping on his saber.
Don't love this situation particularly.
And I think the consequence is he says, "Who's there?"
No.
as you quietly close the door.
Guys, can you get a bit better, give it more stealthy, guys? Do you mind? Some of us are trying to ransack a loft here.
Saffron, could you get into the operation?
Have I created a big enough satchel of goodies and alchemicals yet, DM, or are I still looting?
It depends if you want any XP whatsoever.
Well, I mean, I have your loads of
I
them.
need to give myself an XP.
Hang on.
I'm not giving you
giving my
XP.
prices.
I'm not giving you any XP for
Oh, we'll discuss it.
looting for the whole score. Staying out of danger.
It's not. It's the look. Fine.
He did get high on the boat in our first mission and get rewarded for that.
Yeah, that is unfortunately the way.
Yeah,
it
but he
is.
was still in the danger.
I'm in the danger now, mate. I am the danger. He says he comes stumbling. No, it's
But-
fair. It's been enough. So yeah, these great. There is a satchel of goodies and wares, but Saffron is descending now very slowly. So he's not there for this particular entanglement, but you know, he's on his way.
I also think as well on that point, like first session vices and traumas are going to be very simplistic and obvious. Whereas as the characters are more nuanced and stuff, it can't just be the same thing like, you know.
Well, the vices
Yeah.
don't change. To be fair.
Is Silas in the room by himself? Is that the situation? He's closed the door behind him, he said.
I think he's backed out of the room.
Oh, okay.
Made a
see.
bit of noise.
Right, well, I'm already
Resisting
there.
his more natural urge to go and gut the Red Sash officer.
Hey, Silas, what'd you see?
Well, it's not great. There's a Red Sash officer in there. Certainly no ambassador.
No ambassador. You sure no ambassador?
Yes.
You can hear the officer getting close to the door, saying, "Hello, is someone there?"
Okay, I go to one side of the door with my back to the wall, ready to pounce if need be.
Well, Silas will be helping in any such action, if it's required.
It might
Yeah, I guess Friedrich could also try and take as much cover as it's possible to take in the corridor.
Okay. All right. Well, Lorenzo, roll me then. What are you doing?
I'll roll prowl for an ambush.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. This will be 0 effect. Starting. As he is tier 2, he is now on guard. You probably hear the saber being withdrawn.
Mm.
An interesting turn of events. How the turns are tabled.
If the we were talking earlier about the help action, what was the other option to help?
You can lead a
like
group
you didn't
action.
Like a setup action.
Maybe Silas, you're best at. You got fine weapons, don't you? You're not as
Yes.
injured as I. Do you
He is
wanna-
injured, but he's got a bit more going for him on the killing Red Sash officers front.
Yeah,
Um,
but
Still going to be tricky.
we probably know this already. This is probably, we know this obviously in character. Probably set up like that then, right? If we're gonna do it, I think I'd probably prefer. Hey, should we just head down that way? Motioning towards the end of the corridor.
I think it might be best to avoid this one if we've got any chance of killing the ambassador before raising the alarm. He whispers very quickly and quietly.
Shall I instead then attempt to lead a group action to prowl down the corridor?
Sure.
How do you do those again?
So everyone rolls. You take the highest result, but for every fail, Lorenzo, you take a stress.
Ah, that sounds great.
Yeah. Stressful
So which-
Lorenzo. Prowl.
So the plan is just like skip past the door and goes, and I hope he just kind of goes back in the room once sees no one's there.
You don't get to
Yeah.
criticise the plans, Mr. Grinch.
Just trying to be, realistic.
I mean,
Oh,
Sophie's
look,
choice,
it's
isn't
the
it?
Red Sash officer right there in our party.
You're a mean one, Mikey.
He never stopped loving the Iruvians.
You're a mean
It's all been a
one,
ruse. It's all been a ruse.
Saffron.
The hatch closes behind you.
Yeah.
A poison vial drops.
Not ready
Oh
for
no,
that.
the anthrax.
I don't actually have any poison vials. I've been looking at some. Yeah, there's some cool shit I should be doing.
Fryruvia, James.
Obey.
Fabby.
Yes! Oh, I fucking love GoldenEye so much.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Ah. A wave of joy.
Alright.
Come on in, group action time.
What's the effect and thingy?
This would be risky standard.
Risky standard.
You will successfully prowl to the next floor.
And we're all rolling prowl.
Yes.
Just the three people.
What's Saffron doing then?
I mean, you're out of sight, so you're not going to get discovered if the officer comes out.
Okay.
Although he will see the open loft hatch, he can probably come and investigate.
And the blood pooling behind the curtain, possibly.
True.
I don't think he's that insightful.
what is the nature of the role that we're all doing? Risky, desperate, or risky?
Risky
Sorry,
standard.
Risky standard. You can't have a risky desperate. That's whiskey sour.
Ah, risky sour. That'd be a good drink I could invent.
Huzzah!
Crits all round.
Well, apart from old Templeton over here.
It didn't fail, so you're not taking any stress.
All together.
Oh, okay. It's not even success with a complication, just the outright failure. You take stress.
Yeah, as you're kind of
Very
covering the failures.
Wait, what's happening here? Why was there a failure?
No, there isn't. There
There's
isn't.
not.
Oh, right, cool.
Yeah, Saffron, you're in a tricky position now because there's a Red Sash officer between you and the party.
Describe to me the hatch open. Is there like a lock, like a ladder, chunka down? Like, is there any way to just go back up and close the hatch? Or is the ladder being down stops it from closing?
I don't think you even know what's going on down there.
This is a good point.
I don't think you even know that the Red Sash officer has been alerted. I think your
Okay.
chickens have come home to roost, sir. Sooner than you thought.
I would say, let's have a little think. Yeah, he's coming down. Yeah, but the describe to me again. So the loft ladder opens. There's a ladder that slides down, or it's like just a step down. What are we? It's a ladder, right?
So at least when you do assault, you don't have to have like conversations about hinges and ladders and hatches and
Well,
listening at doors and.
I think given the quiet nature of it, the fact that he hears a door open and hears a mumbled "what was that?" and the team scuffles off, might give him cause to retreat back up the ladder.
Yeah, all right. You can roll. You can be part of the group action if you want.
I was going back up in the loft actually.
Okay, roll your own roll then.
Let's stick with the team. What's the worst that could happen? Lawrie takes some stress. I'm okay with that, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
No, that's fine.
I think you will be out of sight, but the he's definitely going to see like blood and stuff. So, but you can't really get rid of.
It's better than an old man tumbling down.
But the loft is still open.
Yeah,
Mm.
letting all that cold air in.
Yeah, there's all the things I want to do. It does seem a bit. It's a quick scenario, right? So there's not much to.
Just throw a bunch of bottles at his face.
Well, I mean, there's so much I could do. I want to either. Yeah, I will follow the crew. There's not much we can do. I want to go tidy up the blood, and I'm trying to think if I can like seal the doors and wreck the locks and everything. But he's coming out the door right now. Best I can do is scuttle along with the crew. That's all we've got, unfortunately.
Yep.
Cool. It's not what I'd like to do. We're rolling risky. That's fine. I have 0 dice in prowl, just so we know, guys. So here we go. Here we go. There we go.
Hey.
What's a 1?
Oh shit.
So
I'm not for
0
stress.
dice.
take a stress, Lorenzo, as you move down the stairwell, and then you hear Saffron, "I'm coming." You have to kind of like help him down the ladder.
Literally, Lorenzo's rubbing his forehead.
Yeah.
As it literally pains him seeing how bumbling Saffron is. Drugged up Saffron.
Like rolling up
Yeah,
the
I've done that
carpet
right now.
where all the bloody footprints have been left. Yeah.
Using my vanish quickly. Spray.
Quick, Mum's coming home.
Apply the white wine to the red wine spill. Oh, it works with blood, right?
Fine. So you you enter the second landing, and there is another Red Sash guard standing right there,
Oh, bloody hell.
and you have moments before he spots you.
Blow dart time.
Yes, finally.
Can you double tap when the
I think
squad
so.
up there?
I think so. Right, I'm gonna He's loaded up a little blow dart full of. Let's go with it. It's got a classic bit of standstill.
When are you going to tinker your blow dart to have double barrels? That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, I don't know how practical. That's a really good idea. Like, yeah, 2 at once.
The fine
Like,
blow
like-
dart.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice. Yeah, let's keep it simple. Yeah, let's go with a paralysis blow dart poison shot. I think I've thought there are all my poisons are tiered, and this is a tier 4 poison,
Wow.
which I think
Crikey.
should make an impact on the standstill. Is a tier 4 alchemical, which I think should make some impact on the outcome. I'm going to use. What do we decide? Oh no, but this is the problem, isn't it? Again, I've said I've always got I'm shit at doing this though. Why do I always do this? And it doesn't work. I've got no skills in it.
Come on.
Every time. Every fucking time I do this.
Touched it, you gotta move it.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
a tinker. You're using a gadget, right?
Yeah, I wish. I thought I'd come work on this, but I've still got no ability to do shit.
I just like the fact that you like prepare it and unfold it and put it all together. You're like, right, Silas, blow on this.
Unfortunately, what I'm gonna have to do again, because I swear I'd figured out a workaround, but I can't for the life of me figure out what I thought. But I've still got no ability to actually kind of do anything with this stuff. I can't throw shit. I can't aim shit. I can't do anything.
Well, the school's gonna end in 16 minutes, regardless.
Yeah.
So
Here you go, Silas. Have a blow dart. Shoot the shell.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Silas is well trained in blow darts. Probably came up a lot on the force.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not, eh?
It's a hunt roll anyway. Whoever got the best hunt can take my blow dart and
No,
have a go
Oh,
at it.
come on. That's the
it's not
matter.
going to be hunt. It's going to be skirmish for Silas.
That's hunt. Hunt is attack from
Does it
long
have to
range.
You can. It's not long
Attack from
range.
precision, shooting from a distance.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not skirmish.
But no. It's not long range though. Long range is like with a sniper rifle or so, like across the street
Or a
kind of
rifle,
thing. This is like very close, so skirmish would work, I think.
yeah, pistols are skirmish and stuff. I think.
All right, take a skirmish roll.
Yeah, jolly good. All right. He takes the blow dart, has a little look at it, and goes, just like the good old days, in his head. Paralysing all those folks with these darts.
Mm-hmm.
And the position, I assume, is desperate.
I think just risky.
All right. The effect is...
Then the effect is limited because I feel like blow darts need a little bit more than a bit of familiarity with them to use effectively.
I think that's fair. All
It's a tier
right.
4.
Yeah,
I
4
have used-
poison.
I've used
Yeah,
the
but he's got
straw.
to land this blow dart in like a
Jugular.
armored patch of body or something, hasn't he? So,
It's true.
all right.
This is just the opposite of drinking a milkshake.
So that clock's getting closer.
Yeah, I think we're down to one sliver as you hit the guard, but probably not where a main artery is. So he still has some. It takes a few moments for him to go stock still, and in that time probably makes a bit of a ruckus, a bit of a noise. And I think what happens is then I think a door opens to the side of you and Ambassador Basran with a lantern and a lovely nightgown sort of robe combo pokes his head out the door. Slams it shut again upon seeing what's happening, and you can hear the Red Sash officer still shouting like, "Who goes there? Artemis?"
It's action time.
Good gracious.
Well, Silas will draw his sword and go to rearguard position, knowing that there is an officer coming behind them, and hoping that the others can open a door and kill a man.
Well, we can do that first if you want. If you want to do your skirmish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well.
I was saying, but I don't think you could hear me. I think this is the point for even violence.
I think it is time for violence, isn't it? He's not going to use his rage essence because that seems like it could be really problematic if we need to scarp her or do anything else at all. But he gets out his fine hand weapon. Oh, I'm going to be so fucking stressed again. But going to need everything for this officer attack. And I don't think I get any other bonuses at this time.
I'll assist.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So this is the officer we left above us coming down towards where we are now. Cool.
All right. So Silas, he waits until he thinks the officer is kind of close, and then it's pretty straightforward. He just opens the door at what he hopes is the most opportune time and rushes him with his saber. Engages, hopefully in a victorious duel. Okay. Position is. Are we at desperate now?
We are at desperate.
That is a surprise. And the effect?
You still harmed.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? So you got your fine sword.
Fine sword. Okay. So I've got the special ability not to be trifled with, and it does allow Silas to perform a feat of physical force that verges on the superhuman.
Yeah.
What I'm hoping for Silas to do is, instead of actually just waiting till he's really close, like try and gauge it such that he has an opportunity to dash at surprisingly lightning speed to gain an advantage in his bull rush of an attack.
I think when all is said and done, I think it's going to be standard effect.
I'll take that, definitely. All right, so we got that, and we got one extra dice.
Lorenzo will assist by rushing in with Gus on the flank to stop him from retreating or getting around Silas any which way.
Well, it's a bit tricky because it's a stairwell.
Oh. Well, he'll jump over the side of the stairwell, so he's behind the officer, so he can't move. He's got less room to maneuver. Just because it says I have to describe it.
But perhaps, just if Gus is just also rushing in this attack, it's a distraction of some sort. The officer's going to have to decide what he does with an enraged man and a ghost dog charging him.
Yes. Yeah.
Because he's the ghost dog. Because he's attacking. You see this like kind of ghostly, ethereal Alsatian jumping out of the bloodhound.
I feel like it's very Hound of the Baskervilles.
Yes.
Burning eyes.
With blue eyes. Glowing blue eyes.
Fine.
All right.
So I'm going to say, yeah, that's the +1 dice then from the aid.
All right. Zoop.
Bloody hell.
Holy, what the hell?
We love that.
Is that a crit then? Because we've got 2 6s there. Is that how it works?
Yes, that is a crit.
Hey-yo.
So I will have a clock, which is the Red Sash officer.
And then you're going to empty it?
It's the deadest anyone's ever been, surely.
And a crit is three segments of the duel.
Ready.
A crit doesn't mean that Silas can rip the head off anything alive.
That's true. Like we said as well, based on this is what Red Sashes do. Is their if you critted the ambassador. Different story.
I think
cool.
you get the jump on him. He wasn't expecting the ferocity, the ghost dog. You managed to get some good land some good hits on him straight away, but he quickly recovers. And you are starting a epic duel on the 3rd floor landing.
Meanwhile,
in the lights.
so guys, we've got to have a conversation about something quite important. grenades in the world of Duskfall. I have no concept how powerful they actually are. I want to, where the ambassador was, I want to freaking wreck down that door in the same motion, chuck a grenade in the room he's with, and just wipe him out that way. Obviously, I don't want to do that if I know that by doing that, the grenade is so powerful it wipes out the whole floor. Right. I just don't know what grenades are like. I just don't know the power and the.
It shoots out shrapnel. I think.
Okay.
If you
so
if you lob,
in a room.
Yeah, if you lob a grenade in, I don't think you're going to be able to safely say that you kill him because furniture, bedding, stuff will block a lot of the shrapnel, and he might just get hit in a non-vital area.
I'm okay with that.
But it's not going to blow out the walls and kill us all.
Yes, that's my main concern. Fine. Well, I'm using a wreck because I was looking at it, and wreck actually is quite good because wreck does allow me to wreck a place, item with force, create distraction and chaos, which I think fucking chucking a grenade in there is absolutely a wreck maneuver.
Yeah,
and doesn't have to worry about finesse or some kind of skill. As the wreck will also be, I don't know, if he lock the door or whatever, I'll also be using my crowbars and wrecking tools to smash it open and pry it open, chuck the grenade in, shut the door behind me.
Yep, sounds like a wreck.
Yep. Sounds like a wreck. And I'd like to push myself.
Sure.
Which is how many stress?
2.
Oh, I would not like to push myself. The devil's bargain?
Devil's bargain when a grenade is in play. It's very interesting.
That's bold to ask for, I say.
We've not had a devil's bargain in a long time. This is
Don't sound bold to me.
Daring, you might say.
Remind me of the devil's bargain. It's like,
easily, you might say.
remind me of the devil's bargain.
Well, I say, regardless success or failure, something happens, but you get a +1 dice.
Cool. But do you tell me what happens to Robert the choice? I can't remember what the
I tell you, so you can accept it or not.
Okay, I'd like to try and take a devil's bargain on chucking a grenade in the room.
I think the devil's bargain is... I mean, the grenade's going to go off. The guard clock is going to hit 0 anyway.
Yeah. We've got an exit route. There's no one blocking the roof. We're all pretty good on that, I'd say.
Okay, so the devil's bargain is that you try to take your time to make sure that you prime it properly and it doesn't... Because you know that the ambassador is familiar with this kind of stuff. You don't want him to grab it and throw it back out the door, which is what you would do. You want to make sure that the fuse is just right. So you do take your time. So I'm going to say the devil's bargain is, regardless of success or failure, blue coats enter the building.
That's right. I'd rather they come in the building up the stairs than around the outside, because we got an up the roof and down the side kind of maneuver going on. So, yeah, go on then. I'll take it. Sounds fun and daring. Cool. Extra dice. Love that. Okay.
Cheers, Devil. love what you do.
Position?
It's quite desperate.
Yeah, it's super desperate.
That's extra XP though. Get it.
Effect?
You want to kill him outright, right?
I do want to kill him outright, right? It would make life a lot easier.
I'm going to go with limited effect. Because he saw you. If anything, he's taking cover and not standing right behind the door.
He is a coward, so he wouldn't do that.
We rolled far too well tonight, gentlemen. So for all the dice that come before us, I salute you. Oh.
Da, da, da. Da, da, da. All right, so this is what happens. You open the door. You crack open the door with the crowbar, and you're expecting to see Basran cowering behind the bed or hiding somewhere or trying to make it out the window or whatever. what you see instead is him holding his own bandolier, his Iruvian bandolier of chemicals, and he is ready with fire oil, and he throws it at you.
Oh, dang. Who would do a thing like that? Who throws a shoe?
So yeah, and this I think Silas and Lorenzo, you're out of the way because you're up on the 3rd floor. But I think Saffron and Friedrich, you take a level 1 harm burned.
Oof.
Oh
So did the grenade go off?
no! I don't
I
think
think-
you got to throw it, did he?
No.
Oh, okay. So the Devil's Bargain, there's no law coming in. There's no.
Oh, there is. That was the devil's bargain. That's definitely happening.
Oh, okay. So that's regardless of the grenade going off.
Yeah, I think maybe
There was
the
something about the finality of that sentence, Olly, that put the fear of God into me.
what's that?
Oh, that's definitely happening.
It's the fucking riot police. These ain't just
Yeah.
any like blue coats. They got riot shields and all, mate.
Yeah. So that clock's gone.
Shotguns too.
I might have to end here on this climactic moment.
Christ anger.
That's why I don't do fun things. Everything fun I do just doesn't work.
It's more fun than staying in the attic, though, isn't it?
It is
How
more
are we
fun
gonna
than staying
kill
there.
this guy?
Well, that's the worry, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think the ambassador might have like called for help out the window or something, like to the
I
blue
sort of
coats
think he
patrols.
could do.
Well,
Yeah.
how can he be crawling out the window and arming his
They're
fucking
not crawling
battery
out the window,
fire?
calling out the window.
It's very multitask, yelling while making a firebomb and hiding behind
I
the
think
furniture. It's
I
very
think
He
impressive.
had a firebomb prepped.
He
He
didn't
thought-
hide behind the furniture, and he
That
had
was
a
true.
bandolier of bombs like you've got.
Well, except he was just out of bed.
Well, maybe
Well,
he had it
that's
in the
not
office that he's just gone down to.
Yeah, this room is more like a study than a
Of course it is.
bedroom.
I
So
keep all of my grenades in my study.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking dick. Why does his
Well,
cool thing get to happen and mine doesn't?
how are the boys gonna get themselves out of this one, eh?
These are some shenanigans.
Yeah.
How are those crazy old kids gonna weasel their way out of this border?
There's always the chance we could just run away. That is an option.
Well, yeah, of course it is. We got a clear way out. It's not, but we're not. We got to kill the dude, and that's the challenge.
We are very close to killing him.
It's free. It's on
You'd
Friedrich
think.
at this point. You'd think.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
mean, me
much-
and Silas are going to rush him, I imagine.
Well, yeah,
We still got to kill the officer, haven't we?
which is
After-
mad with
after
with
we
a
run him
fucking
through.
critical. With a critical.
Yeah, it's all going to be running it pretty close with the blue coats entering the building, the officer still to deal with, and the actual target still to salvage it.
Well, now we can break out the loud weapons, at least.
Well, that's why I was going with the grenade. That's the loudest of the weapons.
Yeah, but that's what drew the blue coats towards us. But yeah, our time was
No,
running out.
it was
anyway.
Devil's Bargain that drew them. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I just thought it was a Garrett. We've rolled so many sixes. I thought, how could I not roll a six? In fact, I've rolled the only
How can I
failures.
lose? How
I've rolled the
can
only
I
failures.
lose?
I rolled the fail on the prowl, and I read the fail on this.
It is bad luck to get 3 fails.
That's
That's
pretty
pretty
outrageous.
lucky.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
Trying to
but
myself as well.
fun stuff happens.
Yeah.
The last 10 minutes was more fun than sort of SEAL Team 6 for an hour and a half.
I think lots to be learned about how we operate stealth missions in a more exciting manner.
It's hard. It's hard to calculate, right? Because, but I guess it's the risk factor, right? We just need to kind of like not be concerned and try and do more stuff in sweeping moves, like we say, and just go for it. But it's also hard to try to visualize it, and it's like you don't want to be idiotic and just go, yeah, I'll run down the stairs when you're being stealthy. Otherwise, it's kind of antithetical to the approach we're taking. But
Well, I think that's what prowl is, right? It's like you're moving stealthily, cautiously, you're striking at targets as they come to you. Yeah, like, I think we could have done like a single action roll to scout a whole floor or to go through the hatch and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
That's
then.
good.
Hmm.
Again, grenade. Would have been so cool.
One day you'll throw a thing.
I was just excited. I was like looking at it, going, no, this makes sense. I can do this. I don't need to roll some kind of hoity-toity throw. I can just wreck with this shit. And I'm good at wrecking. Apparently
Oi, polloi.
not.
Next long-term project for you: make a grenade launcher.
And
A
a gold barrel.
silent grenade launcher.
Yes.
A silenced grenade launcher.
I just got to figure out a way to blow it up properly.
Yeah, upgrade it. Triple barrels.
That's,
A Gatling blow dart. Crank it.
well, yeah, the idea of having on the wheelchair. That's the real freaking. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. Just hope you're not sneaking through hatches.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when you get one of those fans where you like flick it and then it shoots darts.
That would be good. I did find, so I saw two cool things just to cap things off that I have. That first of all, I actually have the thing that Daryl wanted with the guy who was trying to poison him. There's a thing called alkahest, which stops the effects of any alchemical. So I literally could have poisoned someone, and I would have had the cure, which is very interesting. Just so you know, and also alkahest removes any other alchemicals. So again, I've got a thing called binding oil as well, so I can permanently fuse two surfaces together and then use alkahest to remove it. So there's some other. I was thinking, do I like fuse the door shut? Do I go back and fuse the hatch shut? There's shit I can do on there, just so we know for future, because I'm excited. We'll probably use that soon, and just wanted to flag that so I don't like I'm making it up. But it looks cool.
Fuse those hinges.
Yeah, mate.
But can you fuse Basran's face?
Oh.
To the surface.
Yeah, to a grenade.
Yeah.
Fuse a
That's some
grenade
focus
to could fuse a grenade to something. We'll see. It won't well.
And then,
I'll roll
shoot it from a distance.
Well, that's what I can't do.
Saffron's drug-addled grenade adventures.
I was hoping you would just like open the door and like just shoot him, but
no, I can't. But I can't do that. I've got shooting skills.
No, not you. Someone who can shoot.
Well, they didn't.
Someone
who
can fight. I know.
I can wreck. I can fucking wreck.
So the plan was to take out the officer, then move on to Basran, but I didn't think the blue coats would arrive just so quickly.
Well, I assumed it was all by that bell was gonna that wheel was gonna go away any second now anyway. Was my thinking. You're fighting someone. No, that's not in the next moment disappearing as well. So hence the desperate action, guys.
We are daring.
I mean, Silas, would you get 5 dice again on the next roll?
No, I won't be able to push myself again. And depends if I can get help again. So I will just be down to 3 dice, probably.
I could assist 3 again.
I should have put. Can you push yourself and do a devil's bargain? I probably should push myself now. I think about it.
Yeah.
You do both.
Yeah.
Cool. Should have done it.
That's too sure.
It would have put me 1 point off in trauma. So that is.
I think you can also push yourself for more effect as well, or get a devil's bargain for more effect as well.
It may come to that.
I need to roll the dice first. We'll worry about the effect of it. Need to actually make it happen first. Then we'll worry whether it actually does anything. Little by little.
That is true. That is true.
Awesome.
All right, guys.
It's a good old classic bumbling session. Never goes to plan.
All right, guys. We will catch you next week.
Lovely.
For the finale of this score, and XP and Heat. Heat's going to be a fun one.
Assuming any
All
of us
right.
survive.
Nice one.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.